What's good, all my trader and investor homies? It's your boy Kevin. EV stocks have fallen off a cliff. They're crashing. So what should we do? Should we be buying the dip on these EV stocks that are really selling off hard? Or should we wait? Is there more downside coming in the next couple of days? That's what we're going to be breaking down in today's video. I'm going to be talking about a few EV stocks that I really like, that I'm currently buying the dip on. And then I'm going to talk about one or two EV stocks that I do not like and that I will not buy the dip on. If you're new to the channel here at Touchdown Trades, we talk about the hottest stocks in the market every single day. So consider hitting that subscribe button, turn on the notifications. If you want to come trade with me, get my buy and sell orders in real time, check out the link in the description for Patreon. All right, so you notice a change of scenery. That's because it was too cold in Atlanta where I live, so I hopped on a plane and I headed somewhere warm. I'm at the beach. Even though I'm at the beach, I'm still trading. I'm still watching the market like a hawk. This morning I woke up, all these EV stocks were gapping down. Some of my favorite stocks in the market down 6, 7, 8, 10% plus. So I was on my account, my Webull account, 2 free stocks, link in the description for Webull, that's free money. I was on my Webull account this morning, just clicking buy. Yesterday too, adding to a bunch of my positions. It's just not EV stocks that are getting crushed. It's the entire renewable sector. And this is a 100% buy the dip opportunity, but there's no way you can pick the bottom of this current pullback in the renewable space, the clean energy space. You just cannot pick the bottom. Anybody who says they can time the market and pick the bottom is just lying to your face. So what do? Do we wait until it starts trending back up? Absolutely not. In my opinion, I will not be waiting, because once it starts trending back up, you might miss it. So the best option, in my opinion, what I'm personally going to be doing is I'm going to be adding to these stocks that I really like on the way down, slowly building a position, averaging down, and then once you get that pull, it starts to base out and trend higher, you are in full size and you capture the entirety of the move. Let's talk about some of the stocks that I'm buying the dip on, and then we'll talk about a couple stocks that I'm staying away from. Number one, I am buying Hyliion. I am in love with Hyliion. If you've been around the channel at all, you know this is one of my biggest holdings in my portfolio. I'm buying the dip. I added yesterday right here. I'm going to add again today right there at $14. I have an average price of around $17.50 right now. And I don't care. I want it to keep going down. If this thing goes to $8 a share, I will keep buying and I will hold and hold and hold, because this is my highest conviction stock in the market right now. And if it keeps dropping, I'm still convicted that this is going to be a really good company in a few years. It's going to be a profitable company, and it's going to help the Class 8 semi-truck space get into EV. It's going to be that bridge, and I'm going to continue adding the Hyliion as long as it keeps going down. Every dollar it drops, I see dollar signs. I see discount percentage signs. It's like walking through the mall and you see a 75% off sign in the window. That's what I see when I see Hyliion trading at these prices. And this is why I am in love with Hyliion. All right, so the range is the most important aspect of talking about EV Class 8 trucks, big semi trucks. Hyliion's range, 1,300 miles plus. Nikola, not even a competitor in my opinion. And then you have Tesla at 500 miles. That is not going to cut it. How about recharge time? Tesla, 30 minutes. Hyliion, 10 minutes. How about performance? 0 to 60. Hyliion, 20 seconds. Tesla, 20 seconds. So you're getting that similar performance with a Hyliion truck with much better range, much faster recharge time, and the payload capacity is not even close. So Hyliion is going to be able to market their truck with better range, as similar performance, better payload capacity, and similar recharge time. It's a no competition game right now. It's like you're playing a 5th grader in basketball and you're a grown ass man. Hyliion is going to squash the competition and go to the moon, in my opinion. Yes, the stock keeps dropping. It sucks to wake up, look at your portfolio and be down on your position as I am right now, but I have faith in this company. I have faith that the stock is going to rally back up. I think this stock breaks out all-time highs within the next 3 or 4 years. That is what, 400% upside from where it's trading at today. So I will continue to add to my position with this Hyliion stock. The EV stock number 2 that I'm going to be buying the dip on is this XL Fleet. XL Fleet has fallen off a cliff. All right, there's no way around it. It fell off a cliff. We were buying back here in the 18s. I bought back here in the 16s, and I bought yesterday right here in the 14s, giving me an average price of like in the 17s. But I will be continuing to add on this XL Fleet. I like the company. I like its potential, and I think it's extremely undervalued at this price point. I think hybrid is going under the radar. People are discrediting hybrid, but the truth of the matter is EV is not ready yet. EV is not ready for these trucks, these fleets. They don't want EV. If they're backed into a corner, which I do think they're going to be backed into a corner, these big fleets of these trucks, they're going to be forced to reduce their carbon emissions. State regulations are going to force them to cut back, and they're going to turn to hybrid. Companies like XL Fleet, companies like Hyliion, they are going to soar. And you're going to say, wait a second, well, EV is the future. Why are you investing in a hybrid company? Because these companies like Hyliion and XL Fleet, they are going to come to market with a total EV solution. But in the meantime, they're going to use the hybrid to get them there. They're going to develop relationships, develop customers, and eventually they will transition to total EV. So I'm going to be buying, just to wrap this up, to conclude, I will be buying XL Fleet all the way down. Even if it goes back to $10 a share, which I highly doubt, I will continue to buy XL. I think it rounds out, and we do retest these all-time highs within the next couple of years. I have no doubt about it that XL Fleet will break out and retest all-time highs in the next couple of years. How about Lucid Motors, CCIV? I was one of the few people on YouTube who raised the red flag when Lucid Motors, CCIV stock was headed to the moon. Back here, I raised the red flag at $40. I said, wait a second, this is getting a little bit out of control. We don't even know what the valuation is going to be. Then it went to 50, and I said, all right, this is getting insane. And then it went to 60, and people in the comments section roasted me for raising the red flag on Lucid Motors CCIV pre-merger. Now, if you're buying it as a swing trade, it was an absolutely great swing trade. Hopefully you took some profit. But if you bought it for a long-term position before the merger and you didn't even know what the valuation of the company was going to be, that is irresponsible investing, in my opinion. Now, we're trading back down $20 per share. We're approaching $20, and I do like it down here. I like the company. People are giving me grief saying, oh, Lucid is a great company. Yeah, look at these specs, okay? Look at the specs on this Lucid Air. 500 miles range, 1,000 horsepower. Those specs are absolutely great. There's no doubt about it. There's no disputing that these specs and the executives for Lucid know what they're doing. And they're going to transition this technology into a common consumer car starting at around $30,000 within the next few years. I think this is a great company, and I absolutely am interested down here around $20 per share. I'll be buying the dip on this Lucid Motors CCIV stock down here towards 20 bucks. I want to see it break this recent low, and then I'll start accumulating a position. Let's talk about one stock that I will not be buying the dip on, and that's ticker symbol NIO. This is NIO. I know a lot of you guys like NIO long term, but I am not of that belief. I think NIO is still extended. I think it's still too expensive, and I will not be buying the dip. Let's talk about why. Okay, so NIO has a market cap of around $65 billion right now, and they just came out with their earnings report, and it was a decent earnings report. They're experiencing growth, huge growth, because China's EV market is growing rapidly. But here's the problem. I don't think NIO is going to be able to get out of China. I don't think they're going to be able to get into the United States. And that growth is going to continue over the next couple of years as the EV market in China grows. But NIO's price at $40 per share is already accounting for that China growth. Okay, so if NIO's going to be trading up at $65, $70 per share again, then they're going to need to get out of China, get into Europe, and get in the United States, and I don't think that happens. So if they're stuck in China, that growth is going to eventually plateau. You're going to have a plateauing effect, and that is not what you want to see in a growth company that is already pricing in future growth. But what about Tesla? Tesla's the same way, right? Wrong. Tesla's already in China. Tesla's already in Europe and the United States. Tesla is also pricing in their solar side of the business model and the autonomous driving robo-taxi side of the business model. With NIO, you necessarily don't have that future growth prospect. So NIO is not a buy in my opinion. If you disagree with me, roast me in the comments. I can take it. Just go down there and roast me. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. In the comment section, leave me your top EV stock to buy the dip on. I'll take a look at it, and then we'll compare notes in the next video. I love all of you guys. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Until next time, peace.